In this video, I am going to help you plan your perfect trip to Rome, Italy. I will give you some tips and I'll go over the planning process one step at a time. There is one particular step that could ruin your trip to Rome if you skip it, so stay tuned for some important information. My name is Ryan, my wife Emily and I are the Snail Travelers. Step 1. Choose the time of year to visit. A visit to Rome will be enjoyable at any time of year, so don't get overwhelmed trying to decide when to come. But we are going to rank each month based on our personal opinion. We think May could be the best month, followed by October, because these months avoid the peak summer crowds and have pleasant temperatures. In third place, we're going with September, followed by November and then June. Next, we have March and April, but be prepared for Easter crowds. January and February are a little bit cold, but not frigid. December can get crowded around Christmas time. And coming in last are July and August, with both temperatures and crowds at their peak. We had our trip to Rome in September because that was when it worked best in our travel schedule. The weather was a bit warm, but not unbearably hot, and the summer crowds died down, although there were still plenty of tourists around, believe me. Overall, we were happy with our decision to visit Rome in September. Step 2. Decide how long to stay. If your goal is to get through the major sites of the city as quickly as possible, then we think 3 days is the minimum, although you would be quite rushed and won't get much time to rest or relax. Perhaps a better length of stay would be a week, which would allow you to hit the major sites, but also add in some of the lesser visited museums and have some meals that are a bit more relaxing. And if you have the time, then why not spend a month in Rome? You might think you would get bored with that much time, but you won't, I promise. We personally are slow travelers and quite often spend a month in each place that we visit, but we are also very budget-minded and things are a bit expensive here. More on that in a minute. So we spent only 3 days on our trip to Rome. It was a bit hectic, but we did get to see everything we wanted to see during those 3 days. Step 3. Determine your budget. So you've decided when to come, how long to come for, and now you need to start saving up to pay for it all. I know a lot of people skip this step and don't worry about the budget, but we think it's good to at least estimate the cost ahead of time. There's a website called budgetyourtrip.com that we find to be fairly accurate. When combining the information on that website with our own personal experience and research, we suggest €150 per day for 2 people on the low end staying in a hostel, €250 to €300 per day for 2 in the mid-range category staying in a basic hotel, and more like €400 to €500 at the top end staying in an international chain hotel. We spent €178 per day when we were there in September of 2024, which puts us between the low end and the mid-range categories. Of course, prices fluctuate depending on the neighborhood and the time of year, so these numbers are just rough estimates. And if you are fortunate enough to stay for a whole month, you will cut your daily expenses quite a bit with an extended stay Airbnb discount and making some of your meals in your apartment. Step 4. Find good flight options. We think you should book your flight before your accommodation, and that is because accommodation prices are more stable. To explain what I mean here, look at this example from a flight to Rome from Los Angeles. By altering your departure day by 1 day later, the price drops from $1,000 to $700. We suggest using Google Flights to find the airline with the best price and then book your tickets directly with the airline. Step 5. Book your accommodation. Once you have your flights booked, your dates are pretty much locked in, so you might as well book your accommodation next. We suggest using Airbnb for an apartment, especially if you are going to be in Rome for a longer stay, and we personally like Booking.com for shorter stays and hotels. Location is, of course, important. It will be more expensive the closer you are to the tourist sites, but it would also be more convenient. For a longer stay, we suggest staying away from the tourist areas. We stayed over here at a guest house called B&B Colori di Roma. It was nothing fancy, yet clean and pleasant, and the price was €112 per night, including breakfast and the city tax. Step 6. Book tickets to popular sites. This step is often overlooked and, unfortunately, has the potential to ruin your trip. You need to buy tickets ahead of time to some of the sites. Let's start with the Colosseum, which could very possibly be the most popular site in Rome. 30 days before you plan to visit, at 8:30 in the morning Rome time, you need to be on the Colosseum website ready to make the purchase. Right now, the official website is colosseo.it. There are many types of tickets and tours to choose from. For example, a ticket that only gets you into the expedition floor, a ticket that gives you access to the stage, a ticket that gives you access to the underground areas, or combination tickets that give you access to multiple areas. Let's head over to the Vatican next, another must-see attraction for most people visiting Rome. Again, there are a variety of ticket packages depending on which areas you want to visit, such as the Vatican Museum and the Sistine Chapel. And there are add-ons available such as an audio guide or guided tours with breakfast. A link to the official website for buying tickets is down in the description below. And again, be ready to make the purchase immediately when they become available, in this case 60 days in advance, but they seem to be released in batches throughout the day instead of all at once. And you'll still need to wait in a long line when you get there, even with advance tickets. Some other attractions where advance tickets are recommended are Borghese Gallery and Castel Sant'Angelo. Entrance to the Roman Forum is included with the Colosseum ticket. You do not need advance tickets for the Pantheon. You get the tickets when you arrive there. You also don't need tickets for the Trevi Fountain, but this could change. Right now, you just show up with the billions of other people. And you also don't need tickets for St. Peter's Square or inside of St. Peter's Basilica, but you will still need to wait in a long security line. And no tickets needed for the Spanish Steps either. Now, if the tickets are sold out, keep checking. They do seem to add more tickets as the date you're looking for gets closer. You can always try to buy tickets in person on the same day, but the lines are long and entry is not guaranteed. Get there in the morning for your best chances. You can also book a guided tour that includes the entry ticket with some of the tour companies, but we have heard that if they can't get tickets either, then they will cancel the tour at the last minute. Now, important, all of this information can change, so check for updates. Step 7. Get your authorization for entry into the EU. Okay, this is new depending on when you're watching this. The EU is phasing in an entry authorization system. You have to register online at this website. The link is also below. It should be a quick and easy process, but if you have any reason to believe that you could be denied, then do this before you book your flight and accommodations. Quick tips. So those are the steps you need to complete before coming to Rome, but once you're here, it would be good to know a few tips that we will share with you now. First, beware of pickpockets and theft. We didn't have any problems, but have read many stories of victims on the Facebook groups. The next tip is to take advantage of Rome's public transportation system. It's easy to use and saves you from getting stuck in traffic. Next, build in enough time to rest and sleep. Touring Rome can be exhausting. If you're going to be out late one night, try not to be up early the next morning, otherwise you might just want to collapse. Next tip, don't buy bottled water. Bring a refillable bottle and fill it up at the many fountains around the city. You'll have no trouble finding one of these. Next, build in enough time to enjoy a relaxing meal. The food in Rome is part of the experience, and it would be a shame to only have quick-serve meals because you are too rushed. And if there is rain in the forecast, then head over to the Pantheon because it's fun to see the rain come in and splatter down on the floor inside the building. So there you have it, my friends. Don't let preparing for your trip overwhelm you, and I hope this helps you make your trip easier to plan. Our next video is also from Italy, so hit that subscribe button there. Up here we have a playlist with videos from other destinations around the world, and here we have another video for you to watch. Thanks for traveling with us.